2024 Math Paper 2, Question 2c. Use geometrical instruments to construct triangle ABC in which AB is 9 centimeters, angle ABC is 70 degrees, and angle BAC is 50 degrees. So to do this, of course, you need your ruler, your compass, and a short pencil. I'll use my pen because a pencil is not very clear here. And then you also need another pencil. You can make it short or long, it's okay. And then you need your protractor. So let's start. In a case like this, you always want to start with the base. Use geometric instruments. So the base here is AB, which is 9 centimeters. So you can draw a line which is 9 centimeters. So this is where my 9 is. I can do something like this to minimize mistakes this side. And then holding my ruler firm, I'll start from 0 like this and then draw another line using a very sharp pencil like this. And then after this, of course, you can always verify your work. Check that it is exactly 9 centimeters. Yes, mine is perfect. And then after this, we are told that ABC is 70 degrees. So let's name this A and B. So A, B, and C, which should be somewhere here, is 70 degrees. So to make a 70 degrees angle, put this part here, it's called the center of your protractor. You put it at the far end of the line, and then make sure that this line here is aligned with this one here in such a way that you won't even be able to see this line because this is preventing you from doing that. So this is what I mean. Something like this. As you can see, this line is invisible. It's been hidden by the other line. And then now, which angles do you use? This is your 0. This line here is your 0. So you can start counting from 0 and then you are increasing in this direction. Your numbers will be increasing in this direction until you get to 70. Then you put a dot, just a simple dot on 70. So my dot is supposed to be this side, but because I'm using a pen, and it's a gel pen for that matter, my dot is slightly bigger, but it's not supposed to be this big. Please don't use this 70 because you're not measuring the angle this side. And angle BAC is 50 degrees. So you do the same thing. This is your center. Put it at the far end of the line, like this. And then hide this with this line here so that it's your 0, like this. And then after this, you can go to 50 degrees. So of course, you're not starting from 180. You are starting from 0, moving backwards, and you're not choosing this 0 because your other arm is here. So this is your 50 degrees. You put another dot there, and then after this you can draw a line from B, the far end of the line B, passing through this dot without missing the dot. So I'll push my line slightly this side because of the pen I was using. Otherwise, you're not even supposed to see this pen if you are using a sharp pencil. Then I'll draw this one as well from here, passing through the dot. Like this. And then extend this so that it can meet the other line without crossing, because you want your work to be neat. And make sure you don't make double lines. And then let's extend this like that. So you can name this point C. And then now that we have answered this, measure and write down the length of BC. So BC is, you can use your ruler to measure it. So mine is 8 centimeters, like this. So teachers have 8 centimeters. Your teacher has a theoretical way of measuring this angle without even using these tools. So before we even start marking, we already know what to expect from here. And then as you do your work, we don't expect perfection from you. So even something like 7.9 or 8.1 may be acceptable. I haven't worked this one out, and I'm not very sure what the exact value is. I'll let you know in the comment section. And then after this, we have bisect the sides AB and BC. So let's bisect AB and BC. So to bisect AB, bisecting AB, you start by putting your point at A, the far end of the point A, and then you draw an arc, of course with a suitable radius, which is at least more than half of AB. So my half is somewhere here. If I can just make my radius like this is the radius, by the way, I know that I'm more than half of AB. And then I'll draw an arc on both sides of AB. So this is AB, and then I'll draw an arc on top and then another arc at the bottom. And then we can do the same thing here without changing this radius. The radius you use to draw these two arcs should be the same radius you use to draw these other arcs, like this. So if your arcs are not meeting, you can always extend them. So this one here is okay, something like this. And then now after this, we can draw our bisectors, perpendicular bisectors. So your bisector should pass through the meeting point of this and that. So make sure you do something like this to make sure that you don't miss this. Once you miss it, your work may not be very accurate. So let's check. Our line was 9 centimeters, and then this is on 4.5, which is half of 9 centimeters. So we are okay. I don't really expect perfection on my work because I'm using pens instead of using a pencil. And then let's bisect BC. So BC, to bisect BC, we do the same thing. You put your point at B, and then you are free to change your radius. And then with a radius which is slightly, or even let's just say which is more than half of BC, you can draw an arc this side and this side. Then without changing this radius, you do the same thing here. Make sure you put it at the far end of the line, at the vertex, like this and like that. And then now you can draw your perpendicular bisector. So this line is our perpendicular bisector. So you can check that you're not missing the point, and then you draw your line like this. Of course, we can always verify. So this is 8 and I'm somewhere 4, although I'm slightly off. I don't know if you can see because my 4 is here and then my line is slightly off. And then and let the bisectors meet at O. So the meeting point should be named O. And then lastly we have part 5 with center O. and radius OA, draw a circle which passes through the vertices A, B, and C. So the vertices here are the corners, these. So I can see this corner doesn't look very nice because this is a gel pen. Once you put it like this, it will start making a big thing. Yeah. And then after this, we can use our protractor, our compass. You put your point on O, which is the meeting point of the two perpendicular bisectors. Then we've been taught to use this as our radius, but of course you are free to choose. You can use any other. You can even use OC or OB as your radius. Then you draw your circle like this. Of course, you have to check before drawing, check that your circle is able to touch all the three sides. So if any of the three vertices is not being touched, it means one of your bisectors is not okay. That means you have to erase and redo. This is why we always check our bisectors. Okay, so your turn. You can do this as an exercise and then just check how accurate you are.